Chapter 21, Section 1, Introduction. New ideas and prosperity brought change to American popular culture in the Roaring Twenties. The creative energy of writers, artists, filmmakers, and musicians, as well as innovations by business people and inventors, all contributed to new directions in American life. Norman Rockwell was born in New York City in 1894. A talented artist, he studied at a number of the city's art schools. For many young painters in the 1920s, it would have been natural to draw all the new and strange sights the city offered. But Rockwell's works had nothing to do with New York. Instead, they depicted a more traditional America, one that could be found on farms and in small towns. In 1916, the Saturday Evening Post, one of the country's most popular weekly magazines, started putting Rockwell's charming pictures on its covers. By 1925, Rockwell was nationally famous. Without thinking too much about it in specific terms, Rockwell said of his work, I was showing the America I knew and observed to others who might not have noticed. Most of the trends and changes that had made the 1920s roar emerged in the nation's cities. Although rural life was changing as well, Rockwell's paintings appealed to the longing for reassurance of the simple life. Some people who lived in rural areas did not approve of the changes they had witnessed since the end of World War I. They were traditionalists, or people who had deep respect for long-held cultural and religious values. For them, these values were anchors that provided order and stability to society. For other Americans, particularly those in urban areas, there was no going back to the old ways. They were modernists, or people who embraced new ideas, styles, and social trends. For them, traditional values were chains that restricted both individual freedom and the pursuit of happiness. As these groups clashed in the 1920s, American society became deeply divided. Many rural dwellers lined up against urbanites. Defenders of traditional morality bemoaned the behavior of flaming youth. Teetotalers opposed drinkers. Old-time religion faced off against modern science. The result was a kind of culture war that in some ways is still being fought today.